Hello, my friends. I'm Brett Larkin. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel, and especially huge welcome if you're new. I post new yoga videos, meditations, uplifting content at least 3 times a week. So if you're yoga curious or yoga obsessed, I would love it if you'd join the family and subscribed. Today, we're doing a super well-rounded class. We're just going to touch into all the major areas of the body that I love to make sure I touch when I'm short on time. Hips, side body, low back. Let's get started. To begin, come into an all fours position. So stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Spread the fingers nice and wide. And then draw your fingers, now that they're spread apart, a little bit towards one another. So it feels like you're a little bit hugging or suctioning up and in the mat from your palms, almost like you wanted to squeeze the mat between your fingers, even if that's not possible. I want you to really feel that stability as you line up shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. From here, we'll move into just a few rounds of that up cat, down cat motion. So inhale. You send the chest forward and the collarbones back. You can curl the toes under or leave them flat. And breathe out. Let your chin dip into the chest. Really hollow out your belly towards the ceiling, drawing the abs in, and then repeating on your own. Breathing in. Shoulder heads back. Breathing out. Hugging the navel towards the spine. Tailbone lengthens to the space between your knees. 2 more. Good, and then find that neutral spine. I'm moving forward on my mat just a touch so I can really show you. We're gonna do the left leg first just because I think it's gonna be easier for you to see. Hug the navel up and in. Keep that engagement through the hands so you're really still kind of squeezing the mat between each finger. And you're gonna take your left knee right out to the side, yeah? So it's sort of like that dog peeing on a fire hydrant position. There's no better way to describe it. If there was, I would use it. Draw the abs in, and we're just gonna make some circles. So you can actually start maybe by taking the knee towards the armpit, and then just watch me for this first one. My leg's gonna straighten out behind me, and then I'm really thinking of lifting it up and over like there was a huge gate or fence behind me. So I'm making this huge circle, like if my knee had a paintbrush on it, I'm making a huge circle in the upper back left corner of the ceiling. And just join me in this motion here. So the left knee really pulls towards the left armpit, the left leg straightens. You're gonna take it all the way out. Good, just feeling through full range of motion of the hip joint, and then reverse the circle. So just whatever direction you were going, it's okay if it's a little different from me, just reverse it up. Notice if the weight is really shifting over to the right side of the body. And do what you can to stay centered. Good, and then we'll all meet with this left knee high. And I want you to take your right hand now into a cactus shape. So it's like it's flat on a table with the elbow pointed cactus, and then you're just gonna lower for 2. Elbow and knee come into the midline. Lift for 2. Couple more times. Lower, 2. Lift for 2. Hug the navel in. Engage the abs. Make this movement crazy slow. Slower the better. Last one in for 2 and out for 2. Take those limbs down and just press back into a child's pose. Deep breath in and out. And just notice how the left side of the body feels different from the right. Maybe that left hip joint, hip socket feels a lot warmer. Maybe just notice the difference in temperature. And then reach the fingertips forward. So you're up on your little gecko spidey hands, wrists lifted, fingertips just on the floor, and just rock the body side to side. Really stretching through the torso. Good. And then coming back on up to all fours. Take one inhale, up cat. One exhale, down cat to round. Good. And then coming into the second side, which for me will be my right side. So you're gonna lift that right knee right out, just like that dog peeing on a fire hydrant shape. Reach that leg. Let's take it forward first, towards the right armpit, straight out behind you, and then bend the knee like it wants to go over a high fence. So it's these super massive circles. Keep all the knuckles down. Abs draw in and go slow. It's like we're painting a circle on the upper right corner of the room. Now reverse that circle. So knee in, grazes the armpit, lifts super high, maybe straightens to come around. Nice. And then let's meet in that kind of fire hydrant position. Root down through the right knuckles, lift the left arm this time. Hug the navel in as a first step, and then lowering elbow and knee for 2 towards the midline, back out for 2, finding your own pace. In for 2. Out for 2. And you'll feel the low back begin to warm and work. And that's good. Most of us need to strengthen that area of the body. Let's do 2 more. Last one, out for 2. In for 2. Good. And then come into that up cat shape, so opening across the chest. Curl your toes under. Really allow the belly to kind of hang out, hang forward, so the sits bones stick straight up to the air. You're in an anterior pelvic tilt. But then imagine someone like punched you in the gut in this position, so you lost your breath, right? And you feel how your low abs kind of suck up and in, or you could also cough, like right? So even though your pelvis is in an anterior tilt like this, do that deep belly laugh or cough or sensation of being punched and feel the abs catch, yeah? And then from the abs being caught and pulled in, I want you to press back, keeping that anterior tilt in the pelvis, but the abs are pulled in into your version of a downward dog. So maybe keep the knees really bent for this first one. Just let the belly sort of rest on the thigh bones. Or move towards the thigh bones, sitting bones high to the sky, and then slowly extend through one leg and then the other. And just hear your breath. Slow your breathing down. And inhale, rock forward to a plank position. So inhale, rocking forward, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, pull the navel up and in, downward facing dog. 2 more. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, pull the abs in, downward facing dog. Last time, breathing in, rock forward. Breathing out, hips high. Good. You're gonna walk the feet to meet the hands and make this like a little moving meditation. So no rush, like just plant one foot and then the other foot. Maybe cultivating gratitude with each little step. And then make sure the knees are really nice and wide, feet are wide apart. Bend the knees, drape the upper body over the legs. Nice wide stance, 3 breaths here. Just let the upper body hang. head heavy. You can clasp opposite elbows and maybe even rock a little side to side. Good. And then imagine your tailbone was super heavy, like a dinosaur tail. Chin into chest. Let the arms be incredibly heavy, like someone was pulling your wrist down. You're going to do the slowest spinal roll up ever, keeping the knees super deeply bent, chin into chest. See if you can hit Utkatasana chair pose on your way up. So round through your low back. Really bend the knees. It's almost like you find that Utkatasana shape as you slowly roll up and come to stand. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace the thumbs. Maybe bend the elbows. Open the heart. Exhale, sink low into a chair pose. Hands at prayer at heart center. Feet can be hip width apart. It's okay. Really press into each heel, and it's like you want to tear your mat apart in the center. So visualize your right and left heel moving apart from one another as if it could rip the mat down the middle line. See if you can feel that in your outer hips and IT band, that engagement in the legs. Sink a little lower. Good, and then inhale, opposite thumb in front. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, this time fold forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Your choice. You can rock forward to plank and pull back to dog, or you can move through chaturanga, coming into an up dog or taking cobra on the floor, whatever variation works for you. We'll all meet down dog. Take the right leg high to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Huge breath in. Send the right knee higher and farther away from the body. And then exhale, step the right foot to the right thumb tip. Inhale, come on up for a high crescent lunge. So inhale, bend deeply into that front knee. Really kick through the back right heel. Breathe in, get taller through the chest. Exhale, hands to prayer. Big breath here. Press into the front foot and kick into the back toes. Again, like you wanted to rip your mat apart in that middle, this time the middle way. So you really feel that dynamic energy between the two legs. And then option to reach the left arm up, right hand to the hip, and take this into a big, nice side body stretch. Breathing into the left lung for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Listen carefully. Step back up to the top of the mat with the feet hip width apart. Allow the upper body to dangle. Inhale, find that half lift. Draw the shoulders down and back. Bring the spine parallel to the floor. And exhale, melt. Maybe slide the hands down the backs of the calves to fold. Let's do our slow spinal roll up once again. So visualizing that dinosaur tail attached to the tailbone. You're rounding up through your low back, mid back. Keep the knees deeply bent. Head is last thing to come up. Inhale, just sweep the arms up, thumbs interlace. Bring the elbows back, sort of like you're framing your head. And then exhale, hands to prayer, sinking the knees, bending the knees into your Utkatasana chair pose. Fire up the outer heels. Imagine you wanted to pull the mat apart through the center line again, so the heels are moving apart from one another. Really press down through the feet for 3, 2, 1. You really feel all the muscles in the legs engage when you do that. And then inhale, come back up. Opposite thumb interlaces, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose. And once again, your choice. Plank, chaturanga, cobra, whatever you're sort of doing as your vinyasa these days. You can always, always skip it. We'll all meet downward facing dog. Lift the left leg high to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips, take a huge breath in. Spiral the left shoulder down and send the left knee farther away from you on the in-breath. On your out-breath, step the left foot to the left thumb tip. Coming up for your crescent lunge. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, hands to prayer. So that front knee is at 90 degrees. And you're really kicking through your back leg. It doesn't matter if the back leg gets straight, but it has that intentionality of wanting to straighten and press into like an imaginary wall behind you, like your heel would be hitting that. And breathe in deeply. Exhale completely. Again, visualize really ripping your mat apart in the center this way. So you're pressing down like crazy through that front left foot, pressing back like crazy through that back right foot, really feeling all the muscles of the legs engage. And then you can take the left hand to the hip, right arm up and over for your little side stretch. It's also a balance. Maybe take the gaze towards the ceiling. Dip the chin so the back of the neck stays long, and breathe into those right side ribs. And 2 more breaths. Hands frame the foot. Step it back this time to a plank pose. So you're in your plank. We're just going to hold in plank for about 10 breaths. So you can do it. Press the heels back, send the heart forward. Imagine you're wearing a big belt buckle and the belt buckle's yearning towards your chin. Hug everything into the midline of the body, really violently press the floor away from you. We're here for 4 more breaths. You got this. I'm here, I am with you. And I'm 26 weeks pregnant, so we're all in this together. Hug the core in, hug the navel towards the ceiling. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Beautiful. Drop the knees, press back into a child's pose. Deep breath into the low back, into the lower body. And exhale completely. For our last pose together, we're going to take forward fold, and I'm going to show you some beautiful variations on this. So just walk the hands towards the body to round out this short but sweet practice. Take the legs in front of you. And of course, if you're practicing at home, you have minimal props, minimal stuff available, you can just take the legs forward, inhale, reach up, and come into your traditional forward fold. However, if you have a bolster or if you have some pillows that you can just grab from like the couch maybe that's nearby in your living room or your bed, have bent knees. And even if this isn't a modification, this is actually a really beautiful way to open into the low back, hips, and feel length in the spine. So either traditional forward fold, or if you can be like me with pillow, couch cushion, just like a folded couch cushion would work. First, just drape the body forward. And remember, if you're pregnant like me, you can take the legs farther apart from one another. So there's more space for the body. Just take 3 breaths here to deeply, deeply let the sits bones ground down. And if you can hold on to the outer edges of the feet or outer ankles, that's really sweet. That's really nice. Otherwise, you can just hold anywhere on the shin or calf that you can reach. Let the head completely drop. And then press forward with your big toes and press back with your little pinky toes. And as you do that, maybe nestle into your props or nestle your sits bones back a little bit more. From here, inhale, find length in the spine. So especially if you're holding onto the feet, it's going to be subtle, but it's there, right? We went from rounded to length. Do that again. Press big toes forward, pinky toes back. Shoot the heart forward. Don't strain the neck. Back of the neck is neutral, but maybe see if you can find more space in your low back. Big toes forward, pinky toes back. Heart shoots forward, long spine. And exhale, fold and round. 2 more like this. Your in-breath. Your out-breath. So on your inhale, the spine gets long. It's like you're pressing your feet into an imaginary wall that channels the sits bones to root down. Then you shoot the heart forward a little more, get a little longer as you fold. You can play with this twice more, just stay in the fold. Three more breaths, just letting the body fully surrender to gravity now. Maybe letting go of the feet if you were holding them or holding the leg. Just a few nourishing breaths here to deeply rest in this position. Keeping your torso as is, use your hands to walk yourself back up. And if you have this bolster, some padding underneath the knees, you're sort of in the perfect position to take your hands behind you, fingertips face forward, scooch the seat forward, and then just allow yourself to drop onto the elbows and recline into a Savasana. If you prefer to end a short practice like this seated or seated in meditation, I welcome you to come into your meditation seat as well. If you're in Shavasana, just close your eyes. Take a few breaths to just tune into the after effects of this short practice on the body and maybe on the mind as well. I invite you to stay here in Shavasana or meditation for as long as you like. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I would love to hear how this class went for you in the comments down below whenever you are up and active again. So much love from my heart to yours. Namaste.